Have you ever met someone who swore never to love again? Amadi Okafor was the kind of man every woman wanted. He is rich, handsome, and powerful. But after a painful love betrayal, he built walls around his heart and vowed no girl born of a woman would ever fool him again. At his company, the HR department hired a young intern. She was kind, free-spirited, full of life, and different from every regular staffs at the office. She became the only girl who could break the walls he spent years building and focusing on making money. But what Amadi didn't know, that her presence in his life was never a coincidence. Fast-moving cars in the city of Lagos. And people believed Amadi Okafor had everything he needed. The popular Amadi motors, was it cars, money, houses, power, and even his looks? He was the center of attraction whenever he steps into his company premises. And some girls always they dream of being his wife. At just 32 years old, he was already the CEO of a thriving logistics company. His office overlooked the glittering skyline of the city view, and his name carried respect in business circles. Women admired him, while men envied him so much, but no one truly knew him because the charming smile Amadi wore in public was only a mask hiding a heart that had once been shattered into many pieces. Years earlier, he had loved deeply. He cared for the woman he trusted, who later betrayed him in the end. She leaked his company's confidential business informations to his business rival and almost destroyed the company he spent years building. The pain and heartbreak changed him forever. From that day, Amadi made a promise to himself, quietly, never trust a woman again. Love, he believed, was a dangerous weakness to any strong man or any man who wanted to be successful in life. And he had already paid the price once. One Monday morning, Amadi's HR manager introduced the company's newest intern. Her name was Onyinye Shinwoye. She walked into his office wearing a simple dress and carrying a small notebook. She wasn't dressed like most ladies trying to impress a CEO. Yet, there was something about her presence, something calm and genuine. "Good morning, sir," she said politely. Amadi simply nodded. He didn't plan to notice her, but somehow he did. And Onyi quickly became known around the office. She laughed easily. She helped co-workers without being asked to do so. She even treated the cleaners and security guards with the same respect she gave executives. Sometimes she brings food to work, and some days she orders. And Amadi watched her from his office window. He noticed her in one of the days while she was giving her lunch to a delivery rider who looked exhausted. "Why did you give away your food?" Amadi asked her later when she walked into his office. But she shrugged lightly. "He looked like he needed it more than I did." Amadi stared at her unexpectedly. People didn't behave like that anymore. At least, not the people he knew around him. Sacrificing for another person, and slowly, Amadi found himself looking forward to the days Onyi walked near his office or bringing documents to his desk. Her laughter filled spaces that once felt cold. Her optimism irritated him at first. Then, it fascinated him. One evening, After most employees had left, Amadi was working late. He walked outside and saw Onyi sitting on the staircase, eating some snacks while going through the pictures of her cat on her phone. "You are still here?" he asked her. She startled and smiled. "I like animals," she said. "They remind me that love can be simple, not sentimental." Amadi leaned against the wall quietly. For a moment, neither of them spoke to each other. Then, Onyi asked him a personal question unexpectedly. "Sir, sorry to ask, have you ever loved someone before?" Amadi froze in shock. "You are bold, huh? To ask your boss such question," he replied her. No one have been bold enough to ask him such question directly. But something about her calm voice made him answer. "A woman I trusted," he said. Onyi nodded slowly. "I understand, sir." She got up and left before him. On her way down the staircase, Amadi asked, "How are you getting home?" "Wait for me. Let me give you a ride home," he said. But Onyi bluntly rejects his offer. "I'm very sorry, sir. My boyfriend is picking me up. We are having a dinner with his family." That night, as she was chatting with her boyfriend at the corridor after dinner, she asked him, "What will make a woman who loves her partner so much betray them?" Her boyfriend was surprised. He cleared his throat and gave his answers and contributions. Weeks later, Amadi finally admitted something to himself. The walls he built for years were weakening. Not because Onyi tried to break them, but because she treated the world with a kindness he had forgotten existed. For the first time in years, Amadi felt something dangerous growing inside his chest. And it was hope. And the twist he never expected happened one afternoon. Amadi received a call from an elderly man asking to see him. When the man arrived, Amadi was shocked. It was Mr. Nwoye, Onyi's father. The old man looked at Amadi with tired eyes. "You don't know me," he said softly, "but I know you." Amadi frowned. "How?" The old man sighed. "My daughter applied for an internship here on purpose." Amadi's heart skipped. "What do you want? What do you mean by that?" he asked. The old man lowered his voice. "Years ago, when your company was collapsing because of that betrayal, it went viral. It was your story that inspired my daughter." Amadi looked confused and more shocked. Mr. Nwoye continued. "She told me she wanted to work for a man who rebuilt his life after losing everything." Amadi sat in silence. "So she came here not because of coincidence," the old man finished. "She came because she believed you were stronger than your pain." That night, Amadi realized something powerful. Onyi didn't come into his life to break him. She came to remind him of something he had forgotten, that a broken heart can still learn how to love again. Onyi's father also told him he was one of his drivers years back, but due to what happened, he lost his job and wasn't able to get another job ever since then. This story teaches powerful truths about pain, trust, healing, and the courage to love again. Beneath the success, wealth, and city lights of Lagos lies a deeper heartbreak of a human heart. A broken heart should not become a permanent prison. When Amadi was betrayed, his pain was real and justified. The woman he trusted did not only break his heart, she nearly destroyed the company he built with years of hard work. Because of that painful experience, he made a vow never to trust any woman again. But life teaches us an important lesson. When one person hurts us, it does not mean everyone will hurt us. Pain has a way of building walls around our hearts. At first, those walls protect us, but if we keep them for too long, they stop protecting us and start imprisoning us. Amadi believed closing his heart would make him stronger, but in reality, it only made him lonelier. The story reminds us that healing does not mean forgetting the past, but refusing to let the past control our future. Kindness is more powerful than force. Onyi never tried to impress Amadi. She didn't seduce him, manipulate him, or chase his wealth. Instead, she simply lived her life with genuine kindness. She helped co-workers without expecting anything in return. She respected cleaners and security guards. She even gave away her lunch to a stranger who looked tired. These small acts of kindness carried a powerful message. True character is revealed in how we treat people who cannot benefit us. What Amadi had not seen in years was sincerity. In a world where many people act for personal gain, Onyi's kindness quietly reminded him that goodness still exists. Sometimes a soft heart can break walls that force never could. Wealth and success cannot heal emotional wounds. From the outside, Amadi looked like a man who had everything: money, power, handsome, respect, influence. But instead, he was still wounded. This revealed an important truth: success can hide pain, but it cannot heal it. Many people chase wealth, believing it will fix their emotional emptiness. But emotional wounds require something different: understanding, forgiveness, and sometimes the presence of someone who reminds us how to trust again. Amadi's company grew stronger, but his heart remained broken until someone reminded him that life is more than survival. It is also about connection. Genuine people enter our lives for a reason. Amadi believed Onyi's presence was just coincidence, but later he discovered something surprising. He chose to walk there because his story inspired her. She admired his strength, not his money. This shows that sometimes the people who entered our lives are not accidents. They arrive at the exact moment when we need them the most. Onyi did not come to take advantage of Amadi's wealth. She came because she believed in the man behind the success. And sometimes, one sincere person is enough to restore our faith in humanity. True strength is not closing your heart, it is opening it again. Amadi believed avoiding love made him strong, but the story shows that real strength is sometimes different. True strength is facing your pain instead of hiding it from it, allowing yourself to trust again despite past betrayal, choosing hope even after disappointment. Anyone can close their hearts after being hurt. That is easy. But it takes real courage to say, yes, I was broken, but I will not allow my pain to destroy my ability to love again. One betrayal can break your heart, but it should never destroy your belief in love. Life will bring pain, disappointment, and people who betray our trust. But it will also bring people like Onyi, people whose kindness reminds us that the world still holds sincerity. And sometimes the greatest healing does not come from forgetting the past. It comes from meeting someone who reminds us that our heart is still capable of hope again. Hello, cuties. Thank you all for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed yourself and learned a thing or two about the story. Please remember to like and share the story. Drop your thoughts on the comment section. Let's interact. See you all in my next video. Bye.